guys. You're crooked. Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of Chill, Relax, Plant content, where we talk about the good, the bad, the thriving, and the dying plants in our collection. And we try to learn the best way to grow our plants so they grow the way we want them to grow. If that sounds like something you're interested in, you'd like to participate in, contribute to, or you just want to hang out, hit the subscribe button. Let's be plant friends. So today, I'm going to be, wrapping up my series on easiest Hoyas to have, hardest Hoyas to have, and now I'm going to be discussing Hoyas that do not import well. I've imported a lot of Hoyas. I don't have all of the Hoyas that I've imported. I've imported the same Hoyas a couple of times, and I'm going to discuss with you, I think I have 10 that I have written down that they do not import well. If you want to get these plants, I suggest and highly recommend finding somewhere local or within the state, the same country, I guess, as you, because whatever it is, they just don't travel well. So I actually have 3 of these plants, and 2 of them I finally just bit the bullet and bought them in the States and had them sent to me, and one, when we get to, I'll do that one last because that one's just insane. Okay, all right, so the first one I want to talk about is the Hoya Polynora, and I'll try to put them over here because most of these I don't have pictures of because they don't make it to me alive, or they die very quickly after I start them. So yeah. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is the Polynora. It is a thinner leafed Hoya. They come in cute little mermaid or fishtail shape of the leaf. They're really cute. There is I think they call it brocade, that's like a variegated or splashy version. I just want the regular version. And every time I imported it, I believe twice, and they did not make it to me well at all. Yeah, even after I tried everything. I tried soaking them in water to help rehydrate them. Whatever happened from Thailand, where I import my Hoyas from, to here, the Polynora did not agree with. So that would be one I would definitely get in your local area if you can. I heard though it is a very easy growing plant, and I think it's very pretty. So one day. Okay, the next one is the Hoya Bella, and I feel like people say this is a very easy plant to grow. It's prolific, it roots, you can propagate like nobody's, really easy, and I can't do it. I have imported this plant again more than once, and it dies. I don't understand. I've tried it in water, I've tried it in perlite. It does not root for me. Anyway, I don't know what it is I'm doing wrong. Maybe just the cuttings I'm getting aren't good, or it's just the import process is just messing up the plants. I don't know, but one of these days I will have a Hoya Bella, hopefully. Okay, so the next one is the Hoya elliptica. This is such a pretty plant. It has a medium green leaf with a lighter colored venations, a mint green almost. And both times I imported it, it came mush. And I've also heard other people also say that it doesn't import well, it doesn't travel well, and it's so upsetting. But at least I know that one isn't me. It's not something I did. It's probably just the plant, and that's something I'm gonna definitely try to get in the United States if I ever find one reasonably priced that I can obtain. Yeah. Okay, so then the next one I want to talk about is the Imperialis, which was surprising for me. I got a huge cutting in my last unboxing from Thailand, my last import, and I got a huge cutting, and it just did not root, and it just completely kaput. The leaves are a little thinner, but they're bigger, so I guess in my mind I thought it would adjust better and root easier, and it did not. It just kept, I would cut it to try to make a couple different plants just for like plant insurance, and I just watched it slowly die. So yeah, I'm jealous of people who have Imperialis that are nice and huge and they are prolific growers, and I really would love to have a Hoya that has those big flowers. I don't think I have any Hoyas that produce big flowers in my collection, but one day, right? One can hope. Okay, the next one is the Cordata. I've also imported this twice, and it like originally started rooting the first time I imported it, but then it just, for whatever reason, it just crapped out, like it was gone. I don't know what happened, but it had a little bit of roots. Some of the perlite was sticking to it, and then it was done. I don't know. Yeah, it was really sad. And then the second time I imported it, it didn't even root. It just died sitting in water, waiting for it to root. Yeah, sad. The next one is the Matil. I could show you what's left of my Matil. It had roots. It had roots. I put it in the smallest pot I have, 2 inches, and the leaves just started shriveling up. They turned yellow. They died. It's a stick. It's a stick. I'll show you. Hold on. It is a stick in a pot right now. It's so sad, but I pull on it and I feel tugging, like the roots maybe are still alive, so I have hope. There's this, but the entire stem is dead. Like, I don't even know. The roots would have to like come up with a brand new node, and just, I don't think it's gonna live, but we'll leave it by the light and we'll just wait and see. But I'm pretty sure it's dead. And yeah, that, I think I only imported that plant once, but it, I hear other people say that it's really easy to propagate and all of that, but it wasn't for me. Not after I imported it. I don't know. Maybe it needs more humidity, but I'm not sure. It did okay in water. Well, first I got a decent sized cutting, right? And it slowly died back until it was about 2 leaves long, and it was in water, growing roots, and it was good. Then we put it in the soil, and then yeah, so I don't know. If you guys have any tips or tricks on Matils, or if you have experienced the same type of Matil failure, let me know, so I don't feel so alone. The next one I've imported that did not do well was the Hoya Cigliatus. This is a nice looking Hoya. They have like small, thin, elongated leaves. There's like a whole bunch of splashing patterns on it. Its sun stress is nice. Like, this is a nice Hoya. And it doesn't import well in my experience. And it's really upsetting. Yeah, that one I also had in perlite, and it died. It didn't start any roots, nothing, just died. Yeah. All right, and then I have one more that I'm gonna have to find a picture for because I don't have them, is the Hoya Bordenii. Hoya Bordenii is a really pretty plant, and I think I ordered that one also twice, and it didn't take off. It didn't grow roots. I will say sometimes when I import plants, they'll send me very woody stems of a plant, and I cannot for the life of me get those woody parts to reroot. It's so hard. There has to be a little bit of like a give in the stem. Like, it doesn't have to be a brand new green part of the stem, but it can't be like really old, established. Like, I can't get those pieces of plant to reroot. So yeah, whenever I get those in the imports, I get so annoyed because those are basically dead plants. Like, I'm just gonna slowly watch that plant die because I can't get that stem to reroot or those nodes to reroot. So, but if you guys have tips and tricks on how to get a woody stem to reroot, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, so now we're up to the last 3, which I have examples from. So we will start with Hoya Fungi, and I got this from Plant the Studio. It was actually part of the mystery box. That was just what I ended up getting. It's a Hoya Fungi, and look how cute it is. But I did order it in the States. It arrived to me under a week, and yeah, it's doing great. It's doing great. I think maybe with imports, sometimes they kind of will collect your plants from wherever it is they're sourcing them and then kind of hold them for a little bit and then send them out. And I think that's like a big issue because, I mean, this guy made it fine. I don't know why he didn't make it in the import. Anyway, the next one I want to show you is the Hoya Manupensis. And again, this I also got from Plant the Studio, and we have baby leaves. Look at that. We have baby leaves. I'm so excited. I do hear people, I guess, complain or say that like sometimes this plant will put out new leaves and then drop old leaves, and I'm really hoping that doesn't happen with this plant. Fingers crossed. This is like the 4th time I've ordered this plant. I think I've imported it 3 times, and every time, this one I definitely have imported 3 times. I've had it in sphagnum moss, I've had it in the perlite, I've had it just in water, and it didn't do it. It wouldn't root. I don't know. I have plants that root, you know, I water propagate things so I can see the roots, and that plant just slowly kept dying. But we got one now, and he's alive, and he's doing well, and I'm so excited. Okay, calm down. And the last one I want to show you that is not a good plant to import. I've also imported this plant twice, I believe, and it is the Hoya Roofing. Now this is what I have left. It had leaves. It had leaves. It was a decent cutting when I first got the plant. And then it didn't have any roots. These are the only little piece of crap roots that this plant has put out, which is not enough to sustain any type of growth. So I can't put this into any type of substrate other than water right now. But it takes a very long time to root this plant. And I will say, if you can get a green piece of stick, the plant has regrown, and I am so happy that it has regrown. I would love it if these other nodes would start taking off too, but this plant also needs to work on putting out roots. Like, what is going on? I've had this in water for months, and we just have one. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain because it's finally growing. And this is a Hoya that has like, I call them like ribs or abs, where they're like little turtle bumps on the leaves, and I'm really excited to see this. So we're just gonna keep them in water. If this plant wants to be a water plant, fine, whatever. I'll figure it out. Just don't die, please. Please don't die. Okay. Alright guys, so that's it. Those are like the top 10 plants that I can think of that I've imported more than once, that have not traveled well, and I would recommend finding a local, or in your country, in your area, place to get them. Just because, you throw money to get these plants and then they kind of just die. And people say, it's to be expected. I'm over that. Stop saying that. No. I do not buy a plant expecting it to die. Okay? Anyway, until next time, relax, plant, and peace out.